Hello everybody, welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. I'm the INSANEBRIT and I'm going to be going down transfers. We're going to be talking about content that's I just completed, and of course upcoming content as well as FIFA moving forward, and whatever else I can think of to talk about. On average these videos have been about 20 minutes over the past couple of months, so it is what it is, just to get everything out that I want to say. So yeah, let's go down the list of transfers. Chelsea, of course, the transfer market is now closed, and I'm going to be looking at basically who we got rid of in the transfer market, and of course who we brought in. Mark Cucurella, £60 million from Brighton. We brought in Sterling from Man City, £47 million. Eddie Beach is an undisclosed amount from Southampton. He's a young goalkeeper. Koulibaly for £33 million. Amari Hutchinson, of course, from Arsenal on a free transfer, which is good. Chukwuemeka, I can't say his name, from Aston Villa for £20 million, a youth player aged 18-19. Cassidi as well from Inter Milan, £16 million, a talented midfielder. And of course the big one, Wesley Fofana for £75 million. And not forgetting Aubameyang, ex-Arsenal, for around 12 million euros or whatever that is. And of course we got rid of the likes of Alonso. We terminated his contract, etc. It was good to get rid of a lot of the dead wood. Like Ross Barkley, who terminated his contract as well, who was on about £200,000 a week, which is crazy, and we weren't even using him. Of course, that was reported in the paper. I don't know if that was true, but still, you know, it was on 100 grand plus a week when he came from the likes of Everton. We got him for £15 million, but we've just let him go on a free transfer. He was costing X amount of money. No one really wanted him. I think he's a good player. He's a ball carrier. He could shoot. He could pass. But Tuchel didn't fancy him, didn't want him. We've also let go of Billy Gilmore, which I'm gutted about. Out of everyone we've let go, Billy Gilmore was the one I was most disappointed in, the fact that we sold. I would like the idea of having a buyback, but there's no idea right now if there's a buyback clause in the contract that you signed with the likes of Brighton. Hopefully there is, but maybe there isn't. I don't know. It is what it is. So other than the likes of those two that I mentioned, Emerson Palmieri, of course, went to West Ham. Timo for £15 million. Timo Werner went for £25 million back to Leipzig. Unfortunately, I like Timo Werner. It didn't work out for him, unfortunately. Louis Colwell, went to Brighton on loan. Ballio went to Wolfsburg on a free. Christensen went to Barcelona. Jake Clark sort of went to QPR on a free. Lukaku extended his loan for 2 years at Inter Milan. Rudiger went on a free, of course, as we know. We let go of a goalkeeper. Ziga went back to his home country on a free to Gorica, I believe that is. Assuming that's his home country. I've never heard of that club before in my life. Nathan Baxter went to Hull on loan. Bergstrom went to Peterborough on loan. And Jamie Cummings, went to MK Dons on loan. So there's 3 goalkeepers out on loan. We bought, of course, the new goalkeeper, Solana, who's in America, who will join us in January. And then we've got Drinkwater. He got released as well this season, very early on in the season, I might add. Charlie Masonda, of course, the youth player, who is about 25, 26 now, who, you know, had an opportunity at Chelsea under Mourinho. Of course, it didn't pan out, unfortunately. I thought he was a good player, and then he ended up being released. He was the one that was crying on the phone to Peter Cech, saying he would play for us for free. And, you know, I felt sorry for him, you know, apparently, according to people or reports, he had a bit of an attitude problem when he was at Chelsea. I don't know if that's true or not, though, of course. But at the same time, it's nice to see all of these players hopefully move on and play for other clubs where they can be starters for their clubs, because Chelsea, we just kept a lot of dead wood around, you know what I mean? Timo Anjorin, who's at Huddersfield on loan, playing really well, scored a couple of goals yesterday. Malang Sarr, I think he just needs more football, you know, and he's gone back to the likes of France at Monaco, so he's playing for a big club, and hopefully he gets some game time. And it's a crappier league, let's be honest, so PSG always win it. So I don't know. I don't know if he'll stay with us long term. Hopefully, maybe I feel he just needs to develop more. Ross Barkley, as I said, has been released. Callum Hudson-Odoi finally got a loan, especially after the likes of last season. He wanted a loan badly, and we denied him it. This year he gets it. And finally, Baba Raham has gone on loan to Reading, which I don't really understand why we ain't just let him go, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. He's another left back. But yeah, Alonso going to Barcelona is a good thing. He was really wanted to go to Barcelona, get out of London, whatever, for personal reasons. He wanted to go back to Spain. So it's good that we got rid of a lot of people whose heads were turned. Ziyech, ironically, did end up staying, even though he was in negotiation with AC Milan and the likes of Ajax. Of course, they went and bought somebody else when it came to a winger. They bought somebody else to replace for likes of Anthony. The one player that isn't here is Zakiri or Zakari, whatever, however you want to call, whatever, however you want to say his name. I will say this: we were in for Alvarez and we were in for Sagna, I believe it was, at PSV and Ajax. Now, these two players are really good youth players for this CDM, Central Defence Midfielder. We really needed one of those, especially after the previous game. Not the West Ham game today, but the previous game. We really needed one. And I said we need Alvarez and or Sagna, one of the two, or even both. I don't care. We need, this is for the future kind of thing. I did want Zakira. I did want him, but he was already at Juventus, and he came from Germany to Juventus. And when you go to a smaller club to a big one like Juventus, Real Madrid, Barcelona, you don't really leave there. So I couldn't see us buying that kind of player, the caliber of player at all. So I thought the youth route was the best way to go in Alvarez. And ironically, 2 days after I said that, we actually put in a £50 million bid for them, or one of them. And then we were looking at Sagna, but he just signed a 4-year deal as well. So that he was going to be very hard to get out of PSV. I didn't want to lose him. So ironically, we failed with that, and bang, out of nowhere, we got Zakiri on loan, which is incredible. Also, he's young, 20-something years of age. He has suffered from injury problems, out 100 days for 1 year, like a month here and then a month here and a month here, ended up to about 100 days in a year. And then the other big injury he had later on was he was out for 250 days out of the year. So he's had 2 big injuries. Hopefully he stays fit. Of course, if it is a loan deal, and we have an option to buy for £30 million. A, that's cheap at £30 million, and 2, he's young. But 3, if it doesn't work out at Chelsea, if he gets injured or he doesn't play very good, like Sal last season, he'll just go back to Italy, and we can invest in Alvarez for £50 million or whatever. So he wants to come to Chelsea, Alvarez. So that still may be a long-term project. So Zakiri or Zakari, whatever, is just a stopgap at this point until we officially buy him. Hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, we can go for Alvarez or Sagna or whatever. So that will be a long-term planning, just because eventually we have to replace Kante. Anyway, I don't want to harp on too much about the transfers, but I'm very pleased with the window. Aubameyang's coming in as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. Of course, he had a broken jaw because someone hit him in the face with a crowbar when he was attacked at his home. Wishing him well. And it's kind of funny, at ex-Arsenal, we've had Ashley Cole, Fabregas, Giroud, all come to Chelsea, so hopefully it works out for Aubameyang. And they all won things at Chelsea. That's the kind of funny thing. He scored goals as well in Barcelona and Germany, and of course for Arsenal as well. So hopefully it works out for us. So that's the end of transfers. In terms of FIFA Simulations, they will continue. Of course, FIFA 23 is coming out in 30 days time, so I'll be doing that and starting up career mode. That'll be next month though, in terms of content. What I've played in the past couple of weeks has been Broken Sword 5, which I know is a detective game. Not a lot of people have enjoyed it. I get it. Maybe it dragged on a little bit too long, but some of it was a little bit hard, especially later on in the game with the puzzles. I found it a bit challenging here and there, but it's a good. I enjoy playing it. Maybe it's better to play than it is to watch, and I can understand that. Also, Battlefield Hardline. That's an okay game. Cops and Robbers, the story is pretty good, the voice acting, but I didn't think that the graphics stood up too well. I felt like it was supposed to be made in 2015. And it feels like a 2007-8 game, to me anyway, in my opinion. But whatever, it's done. It's only 10 hours worth of content. Upcoming content, we're going to stick with shooters, and I'm going to be playing Wolfenstein 2. Of course, I played Wolfenstein 1, which is a good game. Wolfenstein 2 is out. It's been out for a while. I never got around to playing it, so I'll be playing that. And of course, I'm going to mix it up with Life is Strange True Colors. I was able to play as well. So yeah, we've got some drama going on, teen drama kind of thing, and we're going to have some shooting, some Nazis and stuff. So that'd be pretty cool this month. But yeah, Battlefield I thought was like very, very much 2008, 2009 kind of graphics. Not much has been happening with me, to be honest with you. I mean, like, had a root canal, had to have that done, and then the guy was looking at my tooth on the other side and said, you know what, you actually need another one on the other side. I was like, what the fuck? So basically I had to have that done, and then I came in like literally the next day because someone cancelled and had the other root canal done. Ridiculous. No, it wasn't the next day, it was the same day. Somebody cancelled. I had to come back 3 hours later and have the other one done. That was crazy. had lots of injections. I was concerned. I was like, yo, how many injections can I take here? Because you're giving me loads here. He's like, oh, no. These are like very small in terms of painkiller. So you can have like 10 of these and you'll be fine. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's basically all that's been happening with me this month. I've been working on other projects as well in terms of gameplay and content and stuff like that. Call of Duty Season 5 kicked off. It's okay. I feel I don't know, I've been feeling myself playing it a lot less, especially in my private time, when at night time, just playing it for an hour instead of 2 or 3 hours. Too much camping has been going on in this past season. And I'm only up to like tier 24, 25 at this point. It's okay. I've just been playing less of it, and now of course to do the weekly series for you guys as well. I've already pre-ordered FIFA 23, so I've got to try and pre-order Call of Duty in the upcoming weeks or whatever, and I'll be playing that as well. Anime I've been watching, I haven't been watching too much because YouTube's been quite boring as well in terms of what I've been watching, and it's just, you know, the same people and people doing things I'm not interested in, so I'm like, eh. I've been watching Elden Zero, which is an anime about a guy who wants to make 100 friends. It sounds cringy as hell, I get it, but the animation's quite good. It is funny. He meets a girl who's is it a B YouTuber? No, a B tuber? I don't know. Cube tuber? I don't know what it is. It's basically a rip-off of YouTube anyway, and it's on Netflix, by the way, if you want to check that out. And yeah, she does basically YouTube, you know, and she goes around the galaxy discovering other planets and stuff like that, and he comes along with her. He's been living with robots for years and years, ever since he was a kid, I think, so he's got to get used to other humans and stuff like that, so he's very trying to make 100 friends, you know, just cringy as hell again, but it's actually more funnier than it sounds. It really is good. I'm enjoying it. 24 episodes, and so it's not a long series, so it ain't too bad. So I've just been enjoying that. In terms of PS5 and PC content and stuff like that, in terms of getting a new PC, I'm still saving, so I'm thinking around January now at this point. I'll try and have something going in terms of the PC. Even if, like I said, if I had a PS5 in front of me right now, I couldn't do anything with it because I haven't got the PC to record on it. So it is what it is at this point in time. Guys, again, this is a short video. I thought about 20 minutes I'll be talking, ranting about something or other, but essentially I'm like, I'll cut that down to 12 minutes, 30 minutes. Not much to talk about. That is all that's really been happening with me. I'll be continuing to make more content, and of course, we have to play the likes of GTA 2, Vice City will be the next GTA. I don't know when it's going to be coming out, of course. We just had GTA. I try and break up the open worlds and stuff like that with other stuff. So, you know, we've got a lot more games to play. Just got to pick and choose, and hopefully we make it over the line to Christmas when it comes to hopefully getting that PC, and then I can start working on, you know, all the other games that I've got a backlog on the PS3. As for PSN Xbox games this month, I think they're pretty shit. I don't know what they are. Like, one of them is an indie game, and the others, I just don't care. Like, they're just not my type of thing, so I won't really be bothering with them. At least in my opinion, as of right now. Who knows, I might be forced to play them, but it is what it is. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it here. It's a short video this month, but what can I say? Chelsea spent over £250 million in the transfer market. Hopefully we improve greatly now. It is Thomas Tuchel's team. I feel like it's fairly balanced now compared. Let's just hope we put in the effort and the results start coming for us slowly but surely. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one, and thanks so much for watching.